Trump news: Mary Trump and Jon Stewart's conflict heats up. Mary Trump's relationship with Jon Stewart has reached new heights as the writer attacks Stewart once again in her newsletter. In the season premiere, Mary Trump wasn't thrilled with comedian Jon Stewart's prediction about the impending presidential election, marking Stewart's return to hosting The Daily Show after a 9-year absence. In an apparent attempt to poke fun at their ages, Stewart mocked former President Trump and current Vice President Joe Biden for blunders they made while running for president in 2024. In the newsletter Jon Stewart's Danger to Democracy, which Mary Trump published after the show, she criticized Stewart on X, previously Twitter, and called him a boffsidist. On February 19th, Stewart started the show by addressing the audience criticism that had followed the episode of February 12th. Mary Trump was one of several viewers who shared angry posts with X, and she was not pleased by any of them. For reaction, Newsweek emailed a Stewart and Mary Trump spokesman on Wednesday. An early response came from Mary Trump, a vocal opponent of her uncle Donald Trump. In a post on X. In her post, she voiced her concerns about Stewart's harmful both sides rhetoric, in which he compared President Biden to Donald Trump, and she said that he failed to address her concerns, but he made it seem like I was the one who disagreed with his assessment of Biden's age. First of all, I thought this was problematic. We're not implying neither man is lively, creative, or even capable. Pretending that the two camps are neutral serves no useful purpose for the United States of America in this day and age. People with Jon Stewart's position should be more critical and humorous, considering the genuine issues at hand. Last but not least, she attributed Donald Trump's 2016 victory on the media's both sides in her subsequent newsletter. Jon Stewart takes a shot at me. Mary Trump elaborated on this topic. She quoted her earlier criticism of Stewart, in which she said that Stewart had erroneously elevated my uncle by asserting, "We're not implying neither man is vital, creative, or even capable." I was critiquing this sort of bogus both sidesisms, the author added, because it encourages people to not care about voting, which is unacceptable in an election year when one major party candidate wants to destroy our democracy and the other wants to make it stronger. I think it's harmful coming from such a powerful public figure. Instead of defending his false equivalency, he acted as though my criticism of his remark was an attack on his comment-making abilities. On the other hand, Jon Stewart is more than simply a stand-up comic attempting to perfect his tight 10 at open mic night at the Comedy Cellar, taking it upon himself. He positions himself as a major figure in American politics. Just because Mary Trump believes Stewart should have a vote doesn't mean he should be immune to criticism, she made clear. Stewart allegedly misunderstood her annoyances, she continued. She emphasized that while she agrees that President Biden deserves criticism, she took issue with Stewart's attempt to draw parallels between Biden and Trump. If Jon Stewart keeps on dismissing criticisms of his inclination towards false equivalence, getting the truth out is up to people like you and me, Mary Trump wrote as her final words. Regarding Trump and Biden, what were Jon Stewart's remarks on February 12th? Stewart said both Biden and Trump were similarly pushed on his show. While discussing the qualifications of the two candidates for president, he stated, "It is not crazy to suppose that the oldest people in the history of the country to ever run for president would have some of these issues." Stewart clarified that they were not implying that either man was unhealthy, unproductive, or incapable. However, in taking on the world's most difficult task, they are both pushing themselves to their limits. The 81-year-old Biden has been the subject of ageism jokes and complaints throughout his presidency, but Trump, at 77 years old, isn't far behind.